is Reinasun, and today we will be learning about birds. Birds! Are they real? The answer is no. Birds aren't real. And we're gonna go over the evidence today. And to be so for real with you, there's something recently that happened that makes the whole birds aren't real kind of debate bring everything to a conclusive idea. So, I hope that you're ready to buckle in, sport, because it's gonna get crazy! Welcome to Click for Conspiracy! Hi! Hi! Hello, 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 hello! Is bird flu not real either? That's unfortunately very real and also a psyop. Birds aren't real! Hello! Hi. Why do you doubt birds are very beautiful? I don't know. I don't know about that. I've seen birds. You know, when I was growing up in demon school, I had a best friend. We're not friends anymore. That's just how it happens. But I had a best friend. And she had a fear of birds. She unironically was terrified of birds. And I didn't understand then. I didn't understand. But you know what? I get it now. I do get it now. Birds are horrifying creatures. And we should be taking this very seriously. She would cry if she ever saw one nearby. Look at this thing. Look at this weird thing. That's horrifying. This thing is horrifying. Look at his dumb little face. What is he planning? What is he planning? I want to know. And today maybe we'll finally find out. Like, look at this. Here, I have another one. This isn't real. This isn't a real thing that actually exists. Okay? These are all psyops. Now, if you're wondering where I get my research from, you got an ultra zoom camera for birds this year? Really? But can you confirm they're robotic parts then? Can you confirm that the parts that make up a bird are not biological, but are in fact robotical? Can you? Surely an expert like you know what's actually going on. You know the real things that's happening. Like, look at this. That's not real. Don't look at it. It's not real. And to be honest, there's a lot of evidence that birds aren't real. And most of that evidence is on Reddit. And we're gonna mouth breathe into Reddit today. So I hope you're ready to dive in with me. Because we're doing this. There's 500,000 people on the r/birds aren't real subreddit. 500,000. Never ready for that? Get your mouth breathing ready. Ready? Make sure you're ready, okay? 500,000. There are 500,000 people who believe that birds aren't real. So I really think we need to take their word. I think we really need to kind of take this seriously, is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, we're gonna explore the birds aren't real subreddit because, like I said earlier, there has been some new evidence around why birds aren't real that I think that we need to address and come to terms with. So we're gonna go through. We're gonna look at the evidence, and I hope that maybe this will cause you to have some doubts. Having people can't be wrong. Yeah, exactly. What is this? This mass hysteria? I don't think so. I mean, I feel fine, so I certainly don't feel hysterical. What did I just put in here? A web item? That's new. I've never seen that before. Hold on, let me delete this. I don't know what that is. That's kind of cool. Oh, I can add it into YouTube Studio. That's a little too... No, we're not going to do that. Not here. I'm not adding it there. We're going to keep it on OBS only. I was trying to put my glasses on. That could have been really bad. I went poof. Reina's not real either. No. No. I hope you guys are having a good day. While I get all of this ready, I hope you're having a good day. I literally been running around for work, and I got here just in time for stream. Wigglebutt is here too. Wiggle, do you want to say hi? Sat up from her bed and went bark, like she did the head tilt that dogs do. I don't know if Vtubers are a psyop. The answer is yes. It's always yes. Everything's a psyop. Nothing is real. I forget why I was. Oh yeah, my glasses. My glasses. I can't see without my glasses. There. Now I'm ready to tackle what we're talking about today. Oh shoot, I almost forgot. We gotta protect ourselves from the mind waves. The mind waves, they're gonna get us. Perfect. I have my conspiracy outfit on. Oh, do you have your conspiracy outfit on? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because I need to make sure you're ready for this. Make sure you're ready. It's gonna be really hard to do all of this today, okay? So, before we begin, let's see. Are birds real? You tell me what you think. You tell me what you think. I mean, this is an open discussion. This is an open discussion. We're here to have a conversation. So I really want you guys to tell me. Why is it 50%? Why is it 50-50? What do you mean by real? Are they real? Exactly. No. I'm so glad that we're on the same page today. Regarding this really serious topic. So here. Let's go ahead and take a look at whether or not they're real. What are these gosh dang birds doing? And why does it matter? La la la. I'm gonna make it smaller so you can see it fine. So, to begin here, we have a very strong start because it already starts with what the truth is. And the truth is that birds aren't real. Birds are lies. You can see there in the birds aren't real description, it reads, and I will make this smaller. Thank you, Fanart, Demon! Thank you, Pointless! Whoa! Thank you! Scientists have recently considered the birds are real, but Reina isn't. That's not true. I'm very real. Don't listen to him. It says, birds aren't real. They used to be, until the US government replaced them with drone replicas designed to spy on the American public. Founded in 1976. Wait, I'm sorry, there's 500,000 people and only 32 online. But this is in the top 1% of Reddit. Ew, light mode. Listen. It is what it is, okay? I never said I was perfect. What are nuggets made out of? Goo. Ooh, the government is not competent enough to make them? Oh, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Okay, so weird flex, but okay. Why didn't I get a notification? I didn't tweet about today's stream either. I'm horrible. Well, I was working literally up until 20 minutes ago. And you know how I said I was supposed to be off tomorrow? Well, now I'm realizing I need tomorrow. I'm not off tomorrow because I need tomorrow. So I'm not off. I just have too much to do. I have too much to do. Not enough time. I'm trying to hide the truth. No, I'm not. Okay. I'm literally trying to show you the truth. I'm trying to show you everything. What is this? Okay, so this says the Santa update is a dead giveaway in my opinion. We're still gonna go through the top posts. No government propaganda. Buddy, that's what all of this is. It's all propaganda. You didn't get one from YouTube either? Weird. No, it's a sub-satire post. You know, I see all the time, like, I can't tell if the birds aren't real people are being serious or joking. And frankly, that's none of your business. It's none of your business. It's complicated. The CIA spent $20 million trying to turn a cat into a listening device and gave up when it got hit by a taxi. I don't think they're smart enough to make robot birds. I don't know about that. We'll see. Hi, Johnny. Why'd you change your name? Why do you have Johnny in parentheses? Was your name always in parentheses? I feel like it'd be weird to call you German. Yeah, wait, I think it'd be weird to just call you German. So I hope you don't take the Johnny in parentheses out of your name. Hi, German. I know it's a different Johnny. But did they always have... Why is it German tanker? Combined theory. Birds or drones made by the moon to make you look up. German with a J. I can't even tell if I'm serious or joking when I post on Reddit. Yeah, that's the beauty of Reddit. Okay, so we're gonna watch this video. Look at that. That's not real. How's he doing that with the hat on? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Here, for your viewing enjoyment, I will... Oh! Hi, German. Thank you for the donation, Tony. Arigato. Thank you, Ma. Thank you. So we're gonna go through all of these posts. But something about that's just not right. Something about that's just not right, okay? Look at it. We're gonna watch it again. Enhance it. Enhance. Zoom in on that bird. What's the audio?
Fucking Santa Claus. That is fucking crazy.
Wait.
Bro, I swear to God, I'm not tripping. This fucking pigeon has a fucking Santa Claus hat on. That is fucking crazy.
Yeah, this is insane. I don't think this is real. I don't think this bird is real. I think the video is real. I don't think that this bird is real. It's a robot, obviously. Let's see. I want to go to the top posts of all time. I want to go top.
Bro, I swear to God, I'm
No,
not
all time. All time. I need to see the evidence. We need to... It's not real. It's a hoax. They're robots. Tired of being a bird? What is this one? I think some people are just birds in disguise. Can I tweet that? Can you what? It's so stupid. Nichols, are you scratching? Are you itchy? Are you an itchy? Wait, what? Okay, hold on. I need more videos. I'd like a new pet. What animals do you have here? Well, we have birds, no droids. This is no droids. How did you know I was scratching? Oh. You were scratching too? See, they're not real. They're all part of it. They're all part of it. My privacy, laptop camera, electrical tape, the pigeon outside my window. They're watching us, okay? Let's see. Are there any other videos? I want videos. Videos. This is so stupid. Okay, so this isn't concrete evidence. This isn't good enough. We're gonna do this year. Let's see this year. What? They're freaking privacy. Birds are real. No, they're not, Dan. They're not. They're clearly not real. Look, there's a whole van that says it on the side. Birds aren't real. Dan. Get over this guy. Are we actually diving into the conspiracy, or are we just looking at memes? I was gonna talk my own theory, and I don't want to seem like the only weird one here. Oh my god, no, please dive into the conspiracy. We're gonna watch videos too. We have 3 hours together. So we're gonna we're gonna go through everything. Ew, what is that? Ew! It's not real. Ew, like give me like the heebie-jeebies. Ew, my skin's like all itchy. Ew, I don't like that. Oh no, I don't like it. Oh no. No. Find another creature on Earth that can do this. See, look. Psyop. Not real. Look at him go. No, I'm so glad I didn't watch the full thing. Let Reina present her evidence too. Yes, thank you, Sunchamp. This is my evidence. Drone on a phone. They're just weird, okay? The fact that flying dinosaurs evolved from this. I think actually, now that I remember, pterodactyls and whatnot aren't directly related. Like, they aren't exactly dinosaurs, but birds descended from them or something. Feathered reptiles, whatever. I'm not an archaeologist. I'm not a paleontologist. I just know that the fact that evolution created these weird tiny things is weird. Yeah, they're a different branch, but it's still weird. This is my evidence. They're not real. They're just weird. Oh my god! It's a ball of birds! It's weird! I'm telling you! Look at him go! That's weird! And AI. But this is weird! They need to really patch this. This isn't a good patch. This isn't a good update. They need to fix it. Perfectly accurate drone. He's evil. He's planning something. Oh, I know what else I need to show you. I know exactly what I need to show you. But you have to wait because I have to get it pulled up. I gotta get it pulled up. This is gonna really convince you. Okay. Are you ready? It's AI. That video? Yeah, that video is AI. You're convinced? I do. I know. I told you. So, we all know that there are some birds who have the ability to speak. And we know that it's not an actual biological ability, but it's their voice box that was put into their throats by their manufacturers. This is a fact. This is a fact. So I thought we could watch some videos of these things talking. Like, this is weird. This is the weirdest update I've ever seen. It's weird. And here, I will show you why. Here, we're gonna watch this. I think this is a good example of what I'm talking about. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no, 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 no! Oh no! I've almost got it. I'm in a really singy mood today. Also, you see that?
What else would you like to say? Wah, wah.
See? It's creepy.
Mwah. Mwah. Can I have a kiss? Mwah. Hi guys and welcome back.
It's creepy and I totally don't want one. I don't want one at all. I totally don't want one. It's machine learning, exactly.
Videos, which I definitely don't have time to be doing stuff like that. Even
no, give me more vocalizations.
We regularly hear that cry.
Ravens are so weird.
Probably young ravens that haven't paired up yet. And also have deep rasping calls.
I need to see more of them speaking!
But below there, once uses...
It's all propaganda, don't listen to it.
I don't think it's...
Don't listen to it.
Her vocabulary, because she's sociable, they're fun, and I think there's a big part of corvids where they really do just like to be total... Why...
Well, that was useless, but as you can see, it's all propaganda. Talking about corvids, talking about their throats, talking about how it works. It's all lies. I'm telling you, it's all lies. And I want one. You want to kiss one? No, I'd kiss it on its little head. Its cute little head. Fable the Raven is exactly the one that I've seen before, though. Fable the Raven talking. Da 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 da. Oh my god, this is from 1 month ago. It's learning. It's learning. It's literally learning.
Oh, nice.
You see? That's the latest upgrade from a month ago. So anyway, I know we talk about birds not being real. Yes, there's actually a conspiracy theory that birds aren't real. Yes, we're gonna actually go in and talk about what that means. But we also need to... I wanted to like get your feet wet a little bit. You know? There's a 30-minute documentary on birds not being real. And I think that we should watch it together. There's a second part that just came out as well. So we should watch this documentary and really take in why birds aren't real. With socks off? What about socks? Why you got your grippies out? Don't just have your grippies out. Remember I was saying about the acoustic kitty program earlier? Yes, 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 yes. Hold on. Do you have a video on it? Acoustic kitty program. I kept telling you not to let me forget, and you did not. You delivered. When the CIA learned cats make bad spies. Operation Acoustic Kitty was a secret plan that turned cats into portable spying devices. However, the CIA only ever produced one acoustic kitty. Gotta get our talons a bit, lost opportunity. That's true. You're so right. Because it went horribly wrong. The acoustic kitty was a sort of feline android hybrid, a cyborg cat. A surgeon implanted a microphone into its ear and a radio transmitter at the base of its skull. The surgeon also wove an antenna into the cat's fur, writes science journalist Emily Antes, and Frankenstein's cat cuddling up to biotech's brave new beasts. What? Why didn't they just use dogs? It's so much easier to train and control and blend in most places. What if they did and never told us? Oh my god. Dogs aren't real. I'm sorry, Wiggle. He's really bad at being a dog, so I don't think they did anything on her. Unless that's why. CIA operatives hoped they could train the cat to sit near foreign officials. That way, the cat could secretly transmit their private conversations to CIA operatives. This is a real thing. Okay. This goes in because we're talking about animals being used in psyops. This all goes together. We're gonna look at the Acoustic Kitty project after, but I have it open already. For now, let's check out this documentary on why birds definitely aren't real and what we should do about it. Okay? Birds aren't real. Remember that. Okay?
This is the conspiracy that will change your life.
It's true.
A few weeks ago, I threw a conspiracy theory night with some friends. As I was researching different conspiracies, I came across what I thought was
Why is this music so hype? Like, what are we doing here?
the dumbest one of them all. Birds aren't
Did he say the dumbest? It's not dumb, okay? It's not dumb. It's true. And it's factual. Okay? It's true and it's factual, and you should acknowledge that.
real. I thought, are you kidding me? Of course birds are real. But the more I started to look into it, the more it drew me in and the more convinced I became.
Exactly.
The theory is that since the 1970s, the government has been replacing birds with bird drones to spy on us. There is a staggering amount of evidence to support this, and by the end of this documentary, you will also be convinced that birds aren't real.
I'm ready.
Have you ever seen a baby pigeon? Ever?
Side note, thank you guys. By the way, we are 58% to our goal for the week. Hontou ni arigatou gozaimasu. I appreciate you. Thank you.
You probably haven't because they don't exist.
No birds were harmed
But if they did
in
exist, surely someone has seen a baby
making
pigeon,
of the
right?
stream.
So we decided to go to the streets to find out for ourselves. Have you ever seen a baby pigeon?
No.
No, I have never seen it. Have you ever seen a baby pigeon? Have you ever seen a baby? I'm talking to you at home. Have you ever seen a baby pigeon? I don't think so. You've never seen a baby pigeon. Just think about that. Why?
Have any of you seen a baby pigeon ever?
No.
Think about that.
I have not, no.
Have you ever
No,
seen
you haven't.
a
You
baby
just thought
pigeon?
you did. It was a psyop.
Actually, I haven't. That is kind of sketchy now that I think about it.
Have you
Right?
ever seen a baby pigeon?
No, I have not. You know, I've wondered about
Pigeons
that too.
are the main bird they use because they're in abundance everywhere. They put them everywhere.
Ever seen a baby pigeon before?
I don't think I have, actually.
Have you ever seen a baby pigeon?
Yes, I have. Yeah. In Bangkok. Porch.
Did you see the shock on his face? He was like, well, I don't know what to do here. I'm out of luck, but you saw a baby pigeon? I don't believe you. I can't believe that. That was all I had up my sleeve.
On the balcony.
Do you by chance work for the government?
What is this kid doing? What is he doing here in this interview? It's a cat. He's a psyop. That kid's a psyop.
Yes, I do.
Coincidence? But that's not.
Wait, what did he say?
No, I have not.
I have to
You
go
know,
back.
I've wondered about that too.
Have you ever seen a baby pigeon before?
What?
No, I don't think
What
I
is?
Actually.
What is going
Have you
on?
ever seen a baby pigeon?
Yes,
kid's
I
in
have,
on it.
yeah. In Bangkok. On my porch. On the balcony.
Do you by chance work for the government?
Yes, I do.
Coincidence? But that's not the only unsettling question. In fact, there are a whole slew of questions that don't seem to have any answers. For example, have you ever been successful at touching a wild bird? Of course you haven't. Every time you go up to touch one, it flies away. So obviously, the government doesn't want you touching their high-tech drone.
They don't want you touching that. Exactly. This is what I'm
When I go out in
saying.
public, if I see a bird, I'll just freeze. And I can tell, an experiment I've done, they will just watch. They don't fly away very often if you stay far away from them because they need as much data as possible. They only fly away when it's important to preserve the bird technology. So I will either
Exactly. And to save battery. They have to charge. When you're not around, they're charging themselves. Every time.
Freeze, or I will run at the birds as fast as I can. And it pretty much keeps them away. If I freeze long enough, the government will realize I'm not giving them anything. The birds will fly away.
I just side note, I really think that if all of us have little FBI men monitoring our every move, like, good luck. There's not really much. You know, no, let's go through my Google searches. I just, I just want to know, like, what do they have to put up with? I recently searched, Infinity Nikki, how do crowns work? How old is Jaden Smith? A bunch of food places. Infinity Nikki, how do I get more fortune? What's the Flamecrest Festival? Like just random stuff. Like my FBI guy is probably just so bored with everything that I'm doing. The only thing that is suspicious is when I'm looking up government conspiracies or when I'm looking up different true crime cases, because I like true crime. Well, I hate true crime, but I love true crime. So I feel like that's like, those are the only times I'd be like, oh, is she doing something sus? And then they're like, okay, never mind. Oh, she's just looking up the case of Booby Gobber and the Harlots. Something like that. Why Jaden Smith? Okay, because I was looking up how old Willow Smith was, because she was on my feed on X, and she was performing on the Tiny Desk series, and then I was like, oh yeah, Jaden Smith exists too. How old is he? And I don't know, I just went to like a Smith deep dive, you know? You ever get on like random deep dives on celebrities? Because I do sometimes. Anyway, enough about how old Jaden Smith is. Did you watch the Jaden Smith anime? No, I didn't watch it. I heard it was good, but I couldn't get over the fact that it was Jaden Smith and he's just so corny. But I heard it was good. I probably should watch it. Jaden Smith is 19 years old for 10 years. That's so accurate. That's so accurate, honestly.
The government will realize I'm a danger to their bird program, and they fly away. That's how we should be living.
This guy's camp. This guy knows what he's in.
Now. I spend hours screaming at birds, and I really have never been happier.
I'm a videographer and I fly drones, but several times when I'm flying, I'll have a bird swoop down and try to attack my drone.
Yeah.
This is because drones are the only instruments that we have that are capable of reaching the height of birds and spying on them.
See? Yeah, they don't want you getting too close up in the sky. Remember the cave system where there are those giant statues in the Grand Canyon, how there's always a black helicopter that flies around if you get too close to it? Remember we had that whole conspiracy that we went through? Okay, imagine that, but it's in the air. You're in the air with the drones, and they can see you and they can attack you more easily than just like circling around where you are. Nathan, you gotta catch up with a click for conspiracies, Nathan. Shirt says Fluto.
And obviously the government doesn't want our drones spying on their drones.
Yeah.
If you were to drop a feather, how fast would it fall? Relatively slow, right? But what if we were to throw a feather? Just chuck it at the ground as hard as you can. How fast would it fall? Still doesn't go very fast.
The fastest animal in the world is the peregrine falcon, which can dive at up to speeds of 240 miles an hour. That's pretty fast.
I don't want to answer this. No, Nathan, you got to. We actually do go over a lot of different conspiracies. Okay, this is just one. This is a more lighthearted one. And I'll tell you exactly why I chose this one. Because the MK Ultra one, while it was very insightful and very interesting, is also pretty dark, okay? And we need to switch it up. We can't always be deep diving into how the government messed with this town of people and destroyed everything and started shooting everybody. We can't we can't always focus on the most darkest cases. Sometimes there are conspiracy theories that we should also give some attention to, like cryptids, you know? This is more like cryptids. Or ARGs.
Throw things pretty fast too, right? So I looked up the fastest baseball pitch, and it was clocked in at 105.1 miles an hour. So you're telling me that something made of feathers can go more than twice as fast as the fastest baseball pitch in the world and say that it hasn't been mechanically engineered by the government, that it doesn't have a jet propulsion system?
Crypto, not crypto, cryptids, you silly
You know what it
goose.
smells like? It smells like
Goose.
lies.
Mogan's a goose? Are you a bird? Is my chat even real? I don't know what's going on anymore. I don't
Starting
know
in the
anything anymore.
1970s, birds were disappearing in mass numbers, and people immediately began to speculate that the government was getting rid of them and replacing them with
Oh,
bird
look at that
drones.
chonker. It's all wires in there. Don't get too excited.
So we see a dip in population in the 1970s, and then it slowly
Ditto.
started recovering.
Have you ever seen a pigeon outside of the city? You will never see a pigeon in a forest. And this makes sense because pigeons didn't actually exist before cities were built.
Honestly, that makes so much sense.
As humans, we put tape over our laptop cameras because we don't want the government watching us, but yet we neglect to pay attention to the birds watching us right outside of our windows. We think we're so smart. We say, I'm not gonna buy an Amazon Alexa because I don't want the government listening in on me, but then we buy birds as pets. How much stupider can we get?
I once went over to a friend's house and they had just gotten a pet, and here I am thinking it's a cat or a dog, which heaven knows maybe the government's planning on replacing those too.
They have tried, as per the cat program.
But
Acoustic
I had
kitty.
to leave the second I saw that it was just a little tweeter bird, and I haven't talked to them ever
Let's
since.
put it this way. When we're talking about the Acoustic Kitty program, right, and I have the tab open up over here we can switch to. So when we're talking about the Acoustic Kitty program, that was a failure, right? That was a total failure. But birds are smaller, they're more compact, they have a simpler anatomy than that of a cat, and they can be trained pretty easily. And they make less mess than a dog. All of those things, tying it to explosives, not leak, it's not a leak, this is public knowledge, but tying it to explosives tidbit, it makes more sense that they went and worked on birds. And with the cat, because it was a failure? Exactly. All the things that we know what that have happened in the government, on the planet, are things they want you to know about. Are you dissing cats? No, cats are wonderful. And we should bow down to our cat overlord, but they're horrible to train. And they're very complex creatures compared to a bird who's got a smaller brain. Not that size necessarily equates to intelligence, but they have a smaller genetic makeup, simpler genetic makeup. They're just easier to deal with than a cat. That makes way too much sense. Yes, see?
As far as my personal experience with birds, it's a little hard for me to talk about. I had a bird. I had a bird in my house as a kid.
Oh,
my
no.
First pet. And I never knew. The whole time I never knew. Now that I look back on it, I'm like, unless it was like...
Look at him, he's planning something. That bird was planning something.
It was watching.
See how it blinked? That wasn't a blink. It was oiling its orbitals.
Every time I walked in the room, it looked at me. Every time I walked out of the room, it looked at me. It's a personal vendetta for me against the bird program.
It's watching.
They made me
It's watching.
love what I should hate. And when it died, I realized that I just had to throw it in the fireplace and move on with my life.
Throw it? Wait, sorry, you threw it at a fireplace? Did you see any wires? Yeah, it's taking a picture. Exactly. Did the producers not tell this guy it was true? That's the thing. Okay? This documentary is 1000% real. This guy is not trolling, okay, Nicholas? You need to stop being so skeptical and take off your skeptical, judgmental hat, okay? Because we are approaching this with entire seriousness, and everybody needs to be on the same page of how serious this is, okay? Everybody.
So why do we have...
Oh, I like his shirt. You guys should get shirts like that. That's a cool shirt. If anyone's like, oh man, what shirt should I get? Get that shirt. Specific shirt.
birds? This one is interesting because there are only certain species that the government allows you to have as pets. The government allows you to have as pets. It's not clear as day. These birds are in the home because the home is the place people feel safe.
Oh.
You know, outside you can be judged for what you say, but in your home you can say anything that you want. The government wants to know about that as well. So I think it's listening in our most intimate of moments.
Oh my gosh, you have shirts like that? Yeah, this is great. This is great. It's like patchwork. It's very pretty, but also very stylish. I like this shirt.
In our families together. They want to know everything about us, and they can do that in our homes. I mean, these things talk.
They talk.
You're supposed to make me believe that there's an ant.
This bird's just like, brah, brah, I'm watching you, brah. I'm gonna eat you, brah. I'm sending your data to the government, brah. See, he's planning something.
That we willingly let into our home.
He's
that
planning
also
something.
can talk. It's ridiculous. But I too believed that birds were real. And that's why I'm here to try to convince other people of the reality.
It's
Yeah,
not a
thank
victimless
you.
crime. That bird was my friend. What kind of sadistic programming do they have where you reach up and it hops on your finger with its little feet? It just looks at you. It'll eat little things.
And so it can get closer to you. And so it can hear your conversations easier. If it's on your finger, it can listen to you easier. See?
Or should I say collect samples as you feed them? I cared about that bird. It didn't care about me. But they made me think it did. How can you forgive something like that?
How?
I didn't
How?
have other friends.
How can you forgive
Bird
something
was my
like
only
that?
friend for years of my life.
The government's super.
This guy gets it. This guy understands. Okay? But the bird being his only friend, one, I don't know about that because birds are very finicky. I think he would go crazy if that bird was his only friend.
Super smart. They have mechanically engineered pet birds to make them look cute, adorable, fluffy. You see, pictures and videos online all the time of these pet birds doing funny things, saying funny things, dancing, bobbing their heads. But obviously that's just a government tactic to try to soothe us into thinking that there's nothing wrong here, that these are just like any other normal, cute animal. But in reality, we don't know what these birds are doing when we're sleeping. We don't know the conversations that they're listening in on. We don't know how they're observing us when we walk around our house.
Now that's a creepy looking bird. Look at those eyes. Creepy. Creepy, beautiful, creepy bird.
The government already has a ton of data from us, from
Civilians
social
always
media,
watch. Exactly.
the websites that we visit. But in addition to that, having a literal government drone as a pet bird, it now knows everything about you.
Have you ever tried to win in a fight against a bird? 2 countries have declared war on birds, and they both lost. The first was Australia. They had what was known as the Emu War, where they tried.
Is that true? My Aussie's in the chat. Is that true? Emu
killing
war.
off all the emus, even using guns. But their attempts were unsuccessful. The emu population persisted, and they won. The next country who declared war on birds was China.
It's true. See, it's true. On the topic of China, we have something to talk about
Mao
later.
Zedong, who was the former
With regards
president
to
of China,
birds.
ordered all the sparrows to be killed. After a few
That's hilarious. They lost the emu war. See? Birds are unstoppable. They're horrifying.
years, the insect population had grown so much that locusts and grasshoppers and other
They
insects descended on China's crops by the millions. Mao realized his mistake and called a halt to the war on sparrows, but the damage had already been done. Without the birds, China found itself powerless against the insects.
So here's a map of the world showing the countries who haven't declared war on birds versus the countries who have declared war on birds and who have lost.
It's so much evidence. We see these birds. They're gonna be the end of us. Okay.
The worst kind of bird is the hummingbird. The reason is that they look so cute on the surface, but that is just clever.
Yeah, it's
exterior
masking
design
radio waves. You
for
guys
the
called
drones.
it.
The
Harold
problem is
called
that
it.
they fly so fast and so silently that you can't tell when they're about to dive bomb you.
Are birds weaponizable? They're basically swords with wings that stab you in your heart. Emotionally, I haven't.
Did I ever tell you guys the story of my mom and I trying to feed geese? I remember I was very, very little, and there's this little lake near our house, and I remember we got so excited because there were these like geese by the lake, and we were like, "Oh my gosh, let's go feed them bread." So my mom and I go, and we have a loaf of bread, and we're gonna go feed them. Mind you, this was like you know, I think now they say don't feed birds bread, feed them like corn or rice, you know, because bread can be lodged in their intestines, which don't exist because it's all wiring in there. Maybe it gunks up the system. I don't know. But anyway, so we go to feed them. We get out of the demon portal, and I'm holding this loaf of bread. I'm very little, okay? Very, very little. And the geese start circling me. I open the bread, and they're circling me, but they're not being cute. They're like, honk, 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 honk. And they're like getting closer and closer. And I start panicking. My mom starts panicking. She's like, Reina, get out of there. So I start moving away, and they're chasing me. I'm holding this bag of bread. And they're chasing me. And I throw a piece, and they eat it really quick. And then some of them just keep chasing me. And my mom and I freaked out so much that we threw the loaf of bread and we ran into the demon portal, the car, and we drove away because they were surrounding us. It was so scary. Okay, I couldn't have been much bigger than the geese themselves. Okay, and so we just got out. We just made together. We just threw the whole bag and we just got out of there. So my cute moment with the geese was horrible. It was tainted by the government. It's the government's fault. Okay? The government did it. It wasn't anything else but the government. Thank you.
Seen evidence of it physically, but emotionally.
Lua's a bird person.
They're weapons.
She clearly got genetically altered to have some of the features of a bird. So, you know, birds were real at one point. We still have their genes that we could use.
Take hummingbirds, for example. Beak needles. I would call them beetles. People get confused, and I'm like, don't. It's a beak needle. What do you think it's gonna be?
What they don't realize is that these hummingbird needles can inject anything. Some people believe in
creepy
anti-vaxxer dogma, and they don't realize that it's not going to be a mandate from the government that forces them to get vaccinated. It's gonna be hummingbirds.
I don't know, I think birds might be real.
Bo! You go against my beliefs, so I don't like you. Bo! Get out of here.
What is the animal that is the most illegal to kill in the United States? It's illegal to kill the bald eagle because they are the most expensive government drone and extremely difficult to replace.
Look at how they're
They say that
moving.
eagles can
Robotic.
spot a mouse running from hundreds of feet in the air. That just sounds vaguely similar to the SR-71 Blackbird that uses telephoto lenses to take pictures from miles in the air. Obviously, they're using the same technology.
Someone got video evidence of a man trying to kidnap a bird drone, and this is what happened.
What does BIRD even stand for? Obviously, it stands for Bureaucratic Intelligence Reconnaissance Drones. Did you know that when
That makes so much sense. We're screwed, guys. It's over. Let's just pack it up. Let's just throw out Earth and just try again next time, you know? How much time do we have until maybe the next massive world cataclysmic event happens? Where are we in the cycle? We're like in the dark age, right? Technically, if you look at the cycle, you know. Yeah, it's staring us right in the face. Yeah, it's true. 9 years? Ugh, that's too long. I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
Owl flies, it is almost completely silent. Any sound is practically indistinguishable. How much stealthier can a government drone be?
Each type of bird drone has a different purpose. Pigeons do city surveillance, vultures are in charge of public sanitation.
Why are they choosing
it is
that
almost
image
completely
with the
silent.
vulture?
Any sound is practically indistinguishable. How much stealthier can a government drone be?
Each type of bird drone has a different purpose. Pigeons do city surveillance, vultures are
He's like, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you, humans. He's just snapping. What you gonna do? Sing a song about Santa Fe? What you gonna do?
in charge of public sanitation, owls do night surveillance, hummingbirds are attack drones, seagulls do coastal surveillance, hawks are the regional alphas, ravens are stealth attack drones, and parrots are obviously linguistics analysts.
Something that
Why does this all make sense?
is quite concerning is that we don't yet know what all the types of birds are used for. We know a couple of them, but ostriches, for example, very different in design from other birds.
Ostrich! Ostrich in love! Have you guys seen that video? Have you seen that video? Please tell me you've seen. Okay, hold on. We gotta take a detour. Please tell me you've seen that video. Do you know what I'm talking about? There's a Frank video. I think it was the Frank. And he's talking about the mating rituals of ostriches. There's a Frank ostrich song. Yeah. You haven't seen it? Okay. True facts. The ostrich. Mating dance of the ostrich. Here we go.
From a distance, the mating dance of the male ostrich can look unusual. A bit like a millennial at an outdoor music festival that just ate a brownie he bought from a man that calls himself Magic Joe. However, if we travel inside of the mind of the male ostrich, it goes something like this. Motherfucking sexy ostrich right here on my knees. Motherfucking sexy ostrich say, baby please. I stretch my neck out for ya. My adore ya. Baby on my knees for ya. Oh my god, she's into it. Okay, be cool. Why the fuck did I sit so far away? And take it to a trot. Relax, relax, relax. Okay.
It's the ostrich mating dance.
Hey, my name's Pete.
I don't care. Just get on with it, please.
Okay, yep, getting on with it. And yep, ostrich.
Please don't sing.
Got it.
That's even more annoying. Okay, just go ahead.
Yes.
Why did you do it?
Open sesame and you gon' see. Stretch my neck out for ya. My adore ya.
It's educational. It's educational. You gotta learn the mating dance of the ostrich. So anyway, that's the video. It just ends with her being annoyed, like, okay, I'm leaving. Never talk to me again. That's how it ends. So yeah, we're back to the ostrich.
We currently have no
Ostrich.
idea what the purpose of an ostrich is. Is it in preparation for some sort of war, for some sort of takeover? Is it specifically location-based? I mean, some of these things are taller than people are and can run many times faster than us. Flamingos. They're pink. They sit around eating shrimp all day, but they have this ridiculously huge beak that looks suspiciously like it could be a weapon. I mean, we just don't
That's
know.
true. At any point, these birds can rise up and attack us. Okay? Do drones do that? That's the thing. That's what he's saying. We don't know the purpose of the ostrich yet. But clearly, they've got some agenda. Which is crazy because ostriches have a very low reproductive rate compared to other birds. They lay, what, one egg at a time, I think? Isn't that right? That's crazy. They must be saving that energy for something. Bye, Koali. Bye. Thanks for coming. They have to be, right?
What some of these are, and that's incredibly concerning. And those are some of the things that we will be investigating as we move forward. And as people kind of catch on to this, we hope to uncover those mysteries as well.
Biggle's eating her bone that we gave her last time. She didn't eat it much last time, but she's eating it today.
The scary thing is that this bird drone technology is increasing. The newest models of birds have 360-degree vision and even know how to dismantle anti-spy equipment.
Oh my
Did you know
god.
that when a
They're
bird
planning
sleeps,
something.
it doesn't fall over? Do you know of any other two-legged creature that can sleep standing up? Could you sleep standing on two legs? What other animal do you know that can sleep standing on only two legs? Nothing, because they aren't actually sleeping.
I hate that makes sense.
This is the sound that R2-D2 makes. And this is the sound that a bird makes.
That's evidence!
As far as how the mechanics work for birds, think about this, okay? So, this is like...
Horses can sleep sitting up, but actually, now that I'm a horse girl, I can tell you this. Horses aren't actually in full sleep when they're standing up. They only ever get proper REM sleep when they're laying down. And with regards to the quality of that sleep, they only do that when they feel actually comfortable in their environment. So you might see a horse like taking a nap when they're standing, but if they're actually like gonna get proper deep sleep, they do lay down.
What's this? Robot, right?
I'm a
What's
horse girl
this?
now.
You can't tell anymore. Is this a robot or is this a bird?
Are you serious?
Nobody knows.
Yeah,
Let
that's
me
the
show you
sound I
this.
make.
How about a little bit of a, like,
Were you gonna do this dance? If we hit the goal, I'll do it while I'm in 3D tomorrow. If we hit the goal.
right? Or how about a... I don't see a difference.
I think that the government's goal with bird drones is similar to any other mass surveillance system. It's like the things that we learned from Edward Snowden back in 2013 about mass surveillance programs.
Yeah, you know, I feel like people made a whole fuss about that back then, but now it's like, okay, whatever, the government's seeing everything I'm doing. I feel like people have become apathetic to the notion of like the things that we're doing being traced or watched or followed. I don't know. Do you guys agree? I remember in the whole Snowden thing, people were like making a huge deal about it, but now it's like, okay, yeah, what else is new? Can I buy groceries? Do you agree with me? Will the Ostrich mating dance be included for 3D? Sure. Yeah, I'll do all the dances. I'm glad the fellas got paid for spouting their nonsense. Because they can't do anything about it. I guess that's kind of the feeling, right? People record themselves, record everything, gets dragged. It's true. That's true. Now it's like we willingly film ourselves. And so maybe the concept of being watched for filming ourselves is like, well, okay, whatever. You can get lots of privacy laws. Yeah, I get that too. Most people don't care. And I feel like the people who do care know how to avoid it. So, I don't know. We're all screwed. Anyway, let's continue.
Data
The whole video of the ostrich dance? No, I'm just gonna do the dance. Ostrich, ostrich, look out for you.
collection through your apps and your devices. I think it's all part of the same campaign.
Like the PSYOP with this guy? This bearded guy? You think he's part of the PSYOP? I agree with you.
Got constant camera monitoring.
Daniel, thank you for the donation. Chicken dance fun. Wait, what are the chicken tenders made of? Daniel, obviously the chicken tenders are made from goo. Because we've had, okay, hear me out. If we're gonna get really weird with this, yes, birds aren't real now, but remember, they were at one point. What if we harvested the meat of the birds on the inside so that we could use the hollow shell and fill it with wires? So we have the inside components of the bird still. We just use that for meat and for food. Right? So you're getting the goo and the meat bits from the bird, but the birds are then still used and processed for drones.
On us, if they have.
Wouldn't it go bad? Do you know
location
McDonald's? Don't you know McDonald's? Oh, this wasn't gonna get dark. It's not dark.
From our devices,
It's
they
not
also have
dark.
eyes on.
McDonald's makes goo and they shove it with preservatives, and we eat it. Because we live in a society. You're not listening to me.
On us through the birds. It's all part of the same thing. Just keeping tabs.
I've actually started to do
McDonald's
my own
isn't real.
experiments about this. There's all these ideas of like, you know, throwing them food and stuff, right? And I've realized I'm like, well,
Nathan, thank you for the
thing is,
donation. Stop
germs
it,
still
Reina.
get
Your demon portal is about. Oh no,
But
I
what do we
missed
know
it.
about
Hold on, I gotta pull it back up.
information is power.
I gotta pull it back up.
These birds, when you're throwing them food, they're collecting data. They're collecting
Your McDonald's never goes bad. It's literally like the Twinkies of food, but people keep eating it. Me, myself included. I mean, I don't eat it all the time, but I will go through phases where I'm like, oh my gosh, I need McDonald's. Why? Why? Why did we do it? Why did we do it? Hi, I'm live. Birds aren't real. Let's get conspiratorial. I think that's a good thing to say. Like, why do we do it? Why do we subject ourselves to being watched constantly, monitored constantly, and why do we eat food that we know we shouldn't be eating? But like it's a psyop. Everything's a psyop. Wake up. It's just true. It's just true. There's little things booming and beaming in your head that's like, oh, this is good. Oh, this is really good. And before you know it, at 3 o'clock in the morning, you're ordering a 50-piece McNugget with an extra large fry because you just had the whim to. It's only been 72 minutes. We're getting really into this. Hold on. I'm pulling up. Hold on. I finally got it. I finally did the thing. I finally tweeted that we're live. Aren't you proud of me? Okay. Stop calling me out of my order. Is that what you order? Stop it, Reina. Your demon portal is about to be bombarded by pigeon pellets. Nathan, thank you for the tip. Arigato. And you're absolutely right. I'm treading dangerous territory. The birds are watching me. I'm live right now. Thank you. Ooh, 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 ooh. Thank you for being proud of me. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, back to the video.
data about the products you buy so they can sell your data to these other companies. This is
What did I say? And then that data gets kind of like, it gets optimized so that you're gonna act on a whim and get everything you want immediately for instant gratification. Whether if it's goop from McDonald's or whether if it's buying that movie that you said you weren't gonna buy. Or that fancy shirt. But you should get that fancy shirt because that shirt was really cute. Sorry, some guys don't like the word cute. That shirt was very handsome. I feel like if I call you guys cute, you're gonna be like, I'm not cute. We're not cute. Even though you're very cute.
big tech. Did you feed them Doritos? What kind? Cool Ranch, maybe? Was it this new salsa verde
Are we kawaii?
variety?
Yes.
They want to know. The birds are going to collect your samples and they tell
That's
Frito,
not
look,
true. No, I'm not Knuff. You guys are all Knuff. You're all Knuff. Don't call me cute. I'm sorry. I just call it how it is. You destroyed my tough guy personality. Uh-huh. Tough guys can be cute. Did you not see the movie Tangled? All those tough guys in the bar, in the pub, they were cute. One really liked collecting unicorns.
play how you're living your life. That's what they're there for.
I was cute, never hot.
If you grab your phone and you take a look at the camera on the back side
Look
of it,
at those.
may
You can be
notice
both. Being cute is its own form of attractiveness.
that it actually looks exactly
That's what I
like
excel at.
a bird's.
One time I was with my friend and she and I were playing, I don't remember what we were playing exactly. God, I totally blanked. We were like hanging out. My friend and I, she and I were hanging out. And there was like, I was making a move on this game. I can't remember what it was. It was like a board game. But she brought it for me to try. And she was like taking her turn. And I leaned over and I was like, oh, aren't you gonna take your turn? And I like put my hand in my hands. I was like, aren't you gonna take your turn? Hurry up. And his camera's facing. And she's like, stop doing that. Stop being cute. Stop distracting me so that you win. And I was like, I'm not doing it. Sometimes cuteness can be a power, you know? He is watching. He's recording everything. He's watching us watch this. He's watching the stream, watching us watch him. He's watching us.
It's I.
Anyway, you guys are enough. Is that friend single or not? No one is single. Nope. Cutie puff.
Have you ever noticed that? Look at it.
See? It's the same. It's crazy.
Exactly like the eye of a bird.
The birds aren't real
I
movement
hate
has gotten
it.
so big that the government has started to speak up about it. An actual government Twitter account posted this. Why would they say this unless they were hiding?
Wait, can you guys see? Is that tweet still up?
An actual government Twitter account posted.
Can you see if this is still up? Someone check if this is still up. I'm gonna retweet it. At USC PSC. What is that? I'm gonna find it. How do you find tweets now? Oh, I don't even know. You added me? Did you really? Wow, you found it so fast. Lies. You can find tweets. So sometimes you can.
Did this. Why would they say this unless they were hiding something?
I was driving through a canyon one night, and you know, I was having some deep thoughts, philosophical things, and
I don't know if that's true. I don't know. I don't know. When you say I was having some deep thoughts, I don't know. I don't know if he was having deep
and this
thoughts.
bird, this
What is this organization? Doesn't matter. They think birds are real.
drone,
Let's point and laugh at them.
swooped right in my car. People would say it was an owl. That's what they say. Totally interrupted my train of thought. The government doesn't want us to think, to philosophize. They
So
don't
is he
want
saying
us-
as soon as he started driving and having a deep thought, like a single deep thought, a bird flew at his car?
to challenge the paradigms
really
that they
useful.
put in place. That's when I
Why?
knew that those kinds particularly were most dangerous. And so, yes, I see the birds that perch on the windowsill. I see the birds as I'm walking throughout the day, but it's the birds that stop
He's
me from
thinking,
for
get him.
myself. The owls.
So what happens when people try to expose the birds? There was once a British diplomat who found out what the government was hiding, so he jumped onto a plane to go to the UN to warn them, and this is what happened.
Oh
Unfortunately,
no.
he never made it.
Sometimes people
What happened to him? What do you mean he never made it? What happened? What ended up happening?
ask me what's the government's purpose in replacing all these birds with drones. It's a multifaceted issue here. First off, they want to keep us in line and make sure that we're being good boys and girls. They also want to bolster the economy. It makes it a lot easier for them to create repair.
See, look at that. If that's the case, then why are the birds on our wires all the time? Are they protecting the wires? Are they watching for maintenance issues? I don't know. Maybe they're charging by sitting on the phone wires and the lines. Maybe that's what they're doing. Maybe that's why they sit on them. And isn't it, I'm sorry, isn't it a little suspicious that birds are the only animals that are able to sit on electric wiring without getting shocked without any issues, they're the only ones. Isn't that suspicious? That's suspicious. I'm using that a lot today. That's suspicious. Hitchcock was trying to warn us. I haven't. What happened in Hitchcock? I've never seen Hitchcock. Explain, please, Reina. I can't explain bird robotics. The Birds by Hitchcock, 1950s. I can. Would you want to watch The Birds sometime? This is unheard of technology.
Cities by flying birds into waterways or into
That's
in line.
I had to watch
to
that
make sure
again.
that we're
What?
being good boys and girls. They also want to bolster the economy. It makes it a lot easier for them to create repair necessities by flying birds into waterways or
Oh
into
my
power lines
God.
and destroying things, because as
They're declaring war. They just declared war
we
on
know,
us.
the
We gotta
government
unite
has
as a world against these
a
birds.
monopoly on utilities. They can control when they can boost up the price or when they need to cut things back from certain communities. It gives them even more control over our resources. Not only do they have our
snap.
personal information, but they also see what we're doing at every hour of the day. You'd be surprised just how often.
Wait, listen. Don't judge me, but I do this sometimes. I'm like, what's going on out there? I open my blinds, like, what's going on out there? What are they doing out there? Not for the birds, just in general. Just in general. I'm like, I don't want to open my blinds. I don't want them to see me. Just put my face over this. This is literally me.
Often you might find a bird outside of your window.
As I got deeper and deeper into finding out what the government was hiding, I started asking myself, how does this all work? Are birds battery powered? Some people were saying that quarantine was really just an excuse for the government to collect all the birds.
I feel like if I didn't have responsibilities, I would legitimately be agoraphobic. But I unfortunately have, responsibilities and things to do, and I have to put that aside. But like I'm so afraid of most things. I really am. That's why I'm a VTuber. That's why.
That they could switch out their batteries, and there were videos that had convincing evidence of this, but then I realized...
Thank you for the donation. Thank you. Thanks. Thank you. It's not nice. It's not nice. You're welcome. Don't give me those question marks. You're, oh, what did I do? You know what you did. You know exactly what you did. Thank you. He's like, little old me, what did I do? Thank you.
Oh my goodness. Birds' feet
Not
are
nice.
literally inductive charging coils.
See? I told you. Wait, we gotta look over this.
For the government to collect all the birds so that they could switch out their batteries. And there were videos.
That's so creepy. See what I mean? That's evidence right there. That's evidence right there.
That had convincing evidence of this.
It's not nice. Stop calling it nice.
But then I realized, oh my goodness, birds' feet are literally inductive.
Look. Ganji, thank you for the donation. Fine, thank you. Thank you. You forgot some sense there. I think you forgot some sense there. Didn't you? Oh, you sure? You just forgot, like about like $1.10, right? You totally just forgot, right? But thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much for the big donation. Arigato. Does anybody have $1.10? I'll let you think about it, but let's look at this bird. No, he's not. No, he's not. No, don't donate $20. Don't donate $20. Don't do that. Please, just like, I'm just asking for $1.20. No one do anything. No, someone do $1.10. No, someone, and you know what? I'm sorry, you guys can't dictate how everybody's going to donate, okay? You shouldn't be telling people not to do anything because they should be able to do exactly what they want to do and mess it up. I mean, and show their support however they want, okay? Okay? Ding dong, you got donation. Thank you, Nathan. Thank you, Nathan. Let's go. Thank you, Nathan. My tummy hurts so bad. Oh my god. Oh my god. I feel bad. I'm sorry, Genji. Sorry, Genji. I understood it directly. I just said you guys should have the freedom to do whatever you want to do. Ruby. No, don't cry in the corner. Don't do it. Don't do it. What are you guys talking about? What are you talking about? Nathan hates us. No, Nathan's just an agent of chaos. Thank you, Genji, for the donation. Mwah. 本当にありがとうございます. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you, Nathan, for your donation. I'm sorry. Why are you guys talking about locations? What are you talking about? I want it back. What do you want back? You want me to refund you? I can do that now. Do you want me to refund you? You want the $20 back? He typoed location.
Charging coils. This has been in front of our eyes the whole time. The most common place that we see.
No. Are you sure? If you want refund Nathan, I feel. Hold on. Can I even? Hold on, let me see. What? Oh wait, I can do it over here. Hold on. Dun, 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 dun. $78.21 from the gold now. We can try again next week. Hold on. Oh, I can't do it from here. Sorry, I have to go back over here. 1 second. Do not do it or I'll destroy you and donate again. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just checking stuff that's not related. That's all. And you should just trust me on that. Take my word for it. That's what I'm doing, y'all. No. Did you guys ever watch oh my gosh, documentary Now? They have like mock documentaries and they're really funny. It's the one that I saw that I really like was when oh, 1 second. Bill Hader was in there. Did my background go away? What happened? Something just happened? Dun, 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 no, 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 no. You don't hear anything? Yeah, there's nothing going on. Here, I'll put music on it for you. But I stopped it. I don't know if I refunded if it'll show up immediately though. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da da da. Bye, Aggie. Thanks for coming. Good luck with the exams. Good luck. Bye. I refunded both of you your most recent transactions. Did it undo it? No, it didn't. I gotta undo it. I gotta fix it. What? Cause you were sad! I did it for both of you, so no one has to be like, why'd you do it to that one? And you were clearly sad, and I felt bad. Let me go over here. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Where is it? Yo. Yo 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 yo. Okay. There we go. Balance is restored. Balance is restored. I already refunded you, Goober. I refunded both of you.
Birds is when they're charging on power lines. And we
See,
don't even
I told you they charge on power lines. I told you they charge on power. I told you. I told you guys. I knew they did. I knew they did. It's so suspicious. They're the only ones that can't.
eyelash. The government has been hiding their bird drones in plain sight, and most humans are too stupid to even see it.
They have cameras where their eyes are supposed to be, telephoto lenses. There's a speaker and a microphone right here.
You watched this video before? No, I didn't. This is my first time watching this.
In the chest. On their back and between their wings, they've got, you know, like a wireless antenna. That's how they communicate data to data collection centers and whatnot. A central processing unit right around where their heart would be. Below that is their battery.
I haven't seen
and
this
then the
before.
charging coils are their legs. They're polar. You need both to complete the circuit. That's why they're two-legged animals. Yeah, that's kind of.
Oh yeah, I am the conspiracy theorist VTuber. Actually, thank you. I think I'm the only one to ever exist ever, and thank you for following me.
Basically,
It's true. I really am.
A few days ago, a brave mercenary snuck into a top-secret
I am.
government bird facility and was able to capture a bird prototype. And now its electronics have been revealed. The government can't hide for much longer.
Sometimes people wonder, how do you explain the lifespan of all these
I'm the best conspiracy theory
birds that
VTuber.
live multiple years? Well, if you
I don't know why you guys are saying
patterns,
X.
you'll
There's
see
nothing to debate
that birds
here.
actually, when they fly south for the winter, are being cycled out every year. These birds don't live multiple years. They only live a few months,
Yup.
just like a mechanical drone.
A lot
Yup.
of people ask the question,
Yup.
well, hey, what about bird poop, right? My question to you is,
It's
have you ever
just
seen
waste.
battery corrosion?
It's just
If you
waste.
compare a picture of bird poop right next to a picture of a battery that's been corroded,
Honestly, that's pretty convincing.
exactly the same.
It looks exactly
so
the same.
when a bird poops, it's actually the corrosion of the battery that's coming out because
It looks
birds go
exactly
through
the
this
same.
self-cleaning cycle.
Guys, it looks
that makes
exactly
it so
the
that they
same.
can get rid of all the corrosion of the batteries on the inside.
A common tactic that the military even uses with their fighter jets is they'll fly in a V formation. What this does is it reduces drag across the wings and it allows them to fly further without expending as much fuel. We see the same thing in birds.
What kind of meat
And why
next
do
have
they
we been
do this?
eating? That's the thing. There are birds available for production reasons, but they're not the same thing. They replace all the birds we see flying around. The birds that we eat are kept in factories. You guys have seen the factories where all the birds are. It's not real. It's hurting me. It's not real.
Of course, the government's trying to cut down on costs. The bird drone program has expanded so much, and with the government deficit spending, they need some way to maintain their surveillance without driving up the costs.
It's not just the drones either. The government has implanted birds into popular culture. I mean, as a child.
Yeah, see? Let you out when you want to leave the rabbit hole? I will leave that purely up to you. You guys are free to come and go as you wish, but it doesn't change the fact that birds not real. The government is a lie, and everything we know and everything we know and cherish is at the whim of things beyond our control. Happy Thanksgiving!
Child, Big Bird. You know, ever since we were little, we had this bird. This
Everybody's
government
heard
drone
about
teaching
bird.
us to trust
Bird,
them,
bird,
that they would
bird.
teach us how
A
to
bird is the
spell,
word.
that
What
they
a
were
bird,
friendly.
bird.
At
The
such
bird
a
is the
young age,
word.
that kind of indoctrination is dangerous. You have the Eagles, a whole band called the Eagles. I mean, none of that.
Sorry, I paused because is Hotel California the one that's like the one that like, you can never leave? That one, like that song about like you can never leave. Am I making sense? It's like I don't remember how the song goes out. It's like you can never leave. Hotel California. No, that's a different song. California, rest in peace. That's a different one. That's not the same song. Oh, that's it? That's the same one? No, it's not. Then that's not the one that I was thinking of. You can check out what you can't leave. Yes, that one. That's a different song. That's a different song than the one that I just sang. New Jersey Jones next week or when you return from Christmas break?
You got donation.
Thank you, guys, for the donation. I'll allow it this time. Thank you. Hot chili pep? Oh, okay. Cheeky peppers. Guys, thank you for the donation. Thanks. Now, can someone please donate $1.10? Can someone please donate $1.10, please? Please, Genji got what he wanted. Now, can we... please, someone ruin it.
That music could be any good. And then you have sports. The Seahawks, Eagles, Ravens, the Falcons. I mean, are you kidding me here? It's a right in front of us.
The connections run even deeper than you think. Johns Hopkins University, famously known for their medical research, which is actually just a front.
There we go! Balance is restored. Balance is restored. Thank you. It's not excited because you refunded it. Look, I'm sorry. I was trying to be nice. You can check out anytime you like, but you can never leave.
Is the highest funded university.
I don't remember how it goes though.
By the United States government. And what's their mascot? A blue jay.
You'll start to notice if you look, where are these birds' nests? Right? Like, how many people do you see, right? And how many homes do you see? Lots of people, lots of homes. Take a look at how many birds there are.
I really feel like I'm losing brain cells.
Where are the birds' homes? They don't need them because only living stuff needs homes. These birds, if they were real, would have more nests, but they all communally share these nests only when they have to have a hardwired connection back to wherever they're sending this information.
Oh my God.
Just try this experiment. The next time you go outside,
The
count how
corrosive, but it really does look like a corrosive bat. Like, that's the thing. It looks like it's a corrosive battery.
many birds you see and count how many nests you see. You can compare that to how many people and how many homes. I don't think it'd lead to.
I've heard a bunch of stories of people who have been walking on the streets, people who have never done anything wrong in their life. They've always paid their taxes, they've always been good civilians, and these government drones have swooped down and have attacked them. This could be a malfunction in the technology, it could be that a government employee is just having a bad day, but there are dozens, if not millions of these cases.
Some people want to know how we explain birds of prey. If they're drones, why would they attack each other? It's just a clever way to switch out old parts. I mean, if you saw government workers everywhere picking up birds, people would catch on. But they have actually created specialized drones to do the work for them right in front of our eyes.
Oh my
Before,
God, it makes
birds weren't,
sense.
like, a big part of my world. It's like they
Literally
were there,
dozens. No,
but
no. You just thought you saw. You just thought you saw dozens. You really didn't. Okay. And if you did, it's not real. And it was planted by the government. Clearly, okay, Cindy? Like, seriously.
didn't really pay any special attention to them, but ever since I've been keeping an eye on them, I've noticed that I can't go anywhere without birds keeping an eye on me. I don't know if the more I look at them, the more they look at me, or if I'm just noticing for the first time that I'm under without birds keeping an eye on me. I don't know if the more I look at them, the
Did I make eye contact with a neighbor?
more they look at me, or if I'm just noticing for the first time that I'm under constant surveillance. I can't get away from it.
I've had to completely redefine my social circle. I even had to quit my job and go totally online because they kept making me walk down this busy street to get into the main corporate office where there are birds.
So many
and
birds.
Nobody listens. One of the reasons I had to quit my job was also that they were gonna make me get a Twitter account. Of course, tweeting or a Twitter account is supposed to normalize bird behavior and make us more comfortable with the idea of birds.
Well, now
so
it's
that we
X.
forget.
But there's blue sky. But that's butterflies, so it's fine. They haven't gotten to butterflies yet.
That they aren't real.
I use Facebook, I use Instagram, Snapchat, pretty much all the other social media apps, but I avoid Twitter. I feel like it's a pretty flagrant mock.
Elon Musk knew that Twitter is part of the bird agenda. Hear me out. That's why he moved so quickly to changing the name to X, because he's putting an X, a big red X, on the notion of bird dominance, bird surveillance dominance, okay? Elon Musk is fighting the good fight against the birds that aren't real, the drones. Oh my God, anyone could hear me right now saying this stuff. I'm so glad that I'm home alone right now. My mom's not here because God. Yeah, and maybe the site is worse, but that's not the point. The point was get rid of the birds, okay? That's the point.
At us by the government. I think that using the word Twitter, the word tweet, the little image of the bird, I think it's their way of letting us know in a coy manner that they know what's going
Birds
on.
won.
It's like,
But did they? Did they? Did they really? Your mom will be looking at you with so much disappointment. She's so judgmental of me. Just let me live, okay? Let me talk about birds not being real, okay?
like fessing up to it without fessing up to it.
This one time, I was just chilling at the beach, minding my own business, and I was about to eat a Dorito. And I could tell that the seagull surveillance drones were really paying attention because they, coastal surveillance, they want to make sure I'm not damaging the wildlife in the water or signaling to somebody out at sea to come and invade the country. And immediately...
I'm sorry, that escalated so much. That I'm not endangering the wildlife or flagging someone to come take over the country.
just swoops right in and takes the Dorito out of my...
Can we check his search history? Hello? Hello, please? Maybe?
I've never been the same since.
Why is it that there is no winged flying technology for humans? Would that really be so hard to invent? I don't think it would. I think that it is a technology that is being kept under wraps by the government because they're using it solely for their bird surveillance program. I think it is being kept from us. I really don't think that it is beyond our ability to create something like that. And I think we would have it if it wasn't being stomped on by the government.
We have progressed so much
Wind?
as a human race with technology. We have cryptocurrency, we have artificial intelligence, but yet with all the technological advancements that we've made, we haven't been able to figure out wings or how to fly with wings. I think that it wouldn't be that hard to figure out.
Honestly, I really think we need to just be putting all of our money into figuring out how we can fly ourselves without needing to take a plane. That's what I would like to see us do. Because I kind of agree with this guy. Why are we focusing on making the next fighter jet when we could instead be investing in giving people wings for arms? Or like, you know, like little flappers, you know? Crypto, nah. Cryptids, yes. Yeah. Reject crypto, embrace Bigfoot. That's my life, okay? RGB wings. I really want us to be able to have wings. I agree. Why are we not doing this?
The thing is that the
This video has been
government
going on for so
monopoly on
long.
wing technology. Every time someone tries to invent some kind of wing technology similar to birds, they're shut down by the government. Every time.
You know Da Vinci?
How do
He
you know
tried to
this is
fly back in the day, but there are already plans in place. During his time, I think the Illuminati are bad. Pre-bird organizations are.
What the freak is going on? What is this?
Even worse. Anytime we try to
The
invent something
Vinky.
that we can
Yeah,
fly,
the Vinky.
what does that allow us to do? It gets us closer to the birds. The government won't have it. They have a complete monopoly on that. The only thing they let us have is big, giant, just bulky flying machines where you have to stay inside. Have you tried to get outside a plane while it's flying?
Why would... Why... I'm sorry. Why would anyone do that? Fellas, have you ever tried to get out of a plane while it's moving? While it's in the air? Have you ever tried to do that? Don't. If you have, fellas, please don't. Don't do it.
I don't recommend it.
You know, we live in a world where
I'm concerned about
we've been
you.
conditioned to just accept what we see. We see birds and we don't think about it. They're just a part of our world. They have been since we were kids. So, you know, it just kind of goes unnoticed. If you take a step back and really...
Okay, for that, I do agree. I think that just to put on my actual serious hat really quick, I think our ability to be able to discern things from each other has gone down. Not just in one particular part of the world, all over. I think our ability to be able to separate things that we should be critiquing and talking about versus things that probably don't matter versus things that are like way above our head is just like it's like an ability that's lost. There was one point I feel like where people were actually actively questioning things in a way where they would like apply. Yeah, I'm the tinfoil warrior. I am. Yeah, but I feel like there was a point at which conspiracy theorists were seen as like crazy people. Like, okay, we're just gonna write those off because why we trust experts, right? Whether if it's for climate, whether if it's for paleontology, whether if it's for like ancient artifacts, whatever. But now I feel like even that ability to like look at evidence and discern or like have a kind of conclusion on things, everything is so muddled, everything is so muddied, no one knows what's up, what's down, what's left, and what's right. And it's causing us to just be apathetic to everything and just take everything for what it is rather than actively like informing ourselves and learning about different things. You know what I mean? Am I making sense? The only thing that matters are VTubers. I agree. I totally agree. But I also think you should be able to discern in that community, in this space. How do you watch somebody? How do you judge whether or not you want to watch them or support them? Like, you know what I mean? People are just jaded. Yeah, maybe. Jaded and apathetic. But I also think that it's just a matter of, like, our attention spans are decreasing. people can't really watch things, especially people like kids now. They can't really watch things longer than 5 seconds until they before getting bored. People aren't able to like have civil discussions very often anymore because a lot of us are just on social media or on our phones, and like that interaction where you're able to like talk to other people to have better discernment is kind of gone. So, there are a lot of things that affect it. Yeah, information overload's a really good point. That's a really good point. You're taking in so much all the time, every day, that your ability to like separate things is like actually reduced. What were we talking about again? Birds aren't real.
Really evaluate the data, evaluate the empirical evidence, it speaks for itself. You can tell that there's more going on than what you've been led to believe. When
Yeah.
you look at them with a broader mind than what you've been
Look at
conditioned
this
to do
robot thinking he's a bird. Let's point and laugh at him, loser.
in the past, it becomes obvious.
You know, I think I was kind of
God, I like
personally
that shirt.
disappointed. You grow up your whole life under certain belief systems. You know, you're taught things by your parents, and sometimes when something challenges those core beliefs, you don't want to let them go. But there was just too much evidence. I couldn't ignore any
What's going on? What is happening?
longer.
What is happening?
was just-
Is he blowing out water?
So obvious that
Oh no, it's his butt. Oh no. It's his butt. I thought it was his head. It's
Becomes
his
obvious.
you know, I think I was kind of personally
No.
disappointed. You grew up your whole life
No.
under certain belief systems. You know, you're taught things by your parents, and sometimes when something challenges
Oh my
those core beliefs, you don't want to let them go. But there was just too much evidence. I couldn't ignore any longer. It was just so obvious that birds
It's so weird.
weren't real, and I'm just upset that it took me so long to see it.
Ever since I learned that birds
They're not
aren't
real.
it's really affected the way that I live, having this enlightenment. Now I have to close all of my blinds, and that certainly doesn't help with the agoraphobia.
This isn't just another conspiracy.
See, agoraphobia. It's a very real thing. See?
Yeah, there's evidence behind
I'm
this.
not drinking the
there
glasses. They make me smarter.
are scientific facts that prove birds aren't real. I've talked to the flat earth people. I've met people who believe in the hollow earth theory, that there are reptilians running the government. I even met some guy who thought that Justin Trudeau was the son of Fidel Castro. This isn't like those.
Interesting.
This is something else.
So since I've been investigating the birds aren't real theory, I've just been noticing
This isn't any of those. This is something else. With all due respect, all of those theories, BS. This one, 1000% real.
little things here and there that never really caught my attention before. For example, like I'll be driving down the highway and you'll see some birds dive off of a pole and fly away, and immediately a couple other birds will go and take their place. It's like they're taking shifts.
It's interesting because we don't know if there are any birds that actually are real that still exist out in the wild. It's possible, but what we do know is that as the government drone bird population increases, the
Yeah.
real bird population decreases. Remember back to when you were a kid, back in the 90s or the 80s, you would see nests fairly often out in the wild, and that made sense because there were still some real birds that existed. But now, as you look around, you will begin to see less and less nests and real birds around, because obviously government birds don't need nests.
Well, okay. So, for the sake of this theory, absolutely. Yeah, I agree. It's really sus we don't see nests anymore. I agree. But we should remember, with regards to populations of wildlife, things are decreasing. Like, not just in your neighborhood, not just like in your town or your city or your country. All over the world, populations of animals are decreasing. Insects are decreasing, and a lot of that is because of fragmentation, industrialization, commercialization. As people build, animals get pushed out of places, and that's why like the world seems a lot more sanitized now than probably when you were a kid. I was in the underworld for 7,000 years before I came here, so I can't speak to my childhood, but I can speak that if you haven't seen as many nests or wildlife or whatever, and you feel like there's this general lack of those things, it's because of, you know, humans.
And maybe the government is just setting up these nests to try to
Even
convince us
mosquitoes
that
are
these are
decreased.
real birds. But just imagine what the world would be like if there was no nests. I think that it'd be a lot easier for us to know what's actually going on.
Of all the planets in our solar system, Earth is the only one
No, don't
that has
dissect your
had
pet! Don't do
billions of
it!
deaths. Ironically,
You're the Fed. Get him!
Earth is the only planet that has birds as well. People think that's a coincidence?
Since I first became aware of the bureaucratic intelligence reconnaissance drone program, they're everywhere. Seriously, everywhere. Rooftops, power lines, trees. Seriously.
Get him!
Open your eyes and look. When you get out there, they're everywhere.
Do you believe that birds are real?
Yes.
Do you believe that birds are real?
It's the shirt guy. I didn't realize it's him.
I do. I do believe birds are real. Yeah. They've been around for a while.
All right, been around for a while. We trust them. But do we really?
This documentary is amazing. You never thought about what before, Sunny?
Most people would look at this and they would say it was fake. But then they see other birds and just decide that they're real? What's the difference?
Well, since I have been looking into
What I really love about that guy is how he comes off as so condescending. Like, about this very... Like, obviously, none of the videos of it, we know they're joking, right? This is a parody. They're not being serious. They're not being serious. At least I freaking hope not. But the fact that they're like, come on. That's suspicious. They're just so condescending. It's hilarious.
to this, and surely I'm calling attention to myself by doing that. I've had to take extra precautions. If I'm driving and a bird swoops dangerously close to the car, I take it a lot more seriously nowadays, because you never know what they're doing, if they're attacking or just watching. I think a lot of it is their bluff threats.
This is definitely satire. This is definitely satire, but it's
and
hilarious.
the release of this documentary is something that it scares me a little bit, just knowing that they will full well know what I know. That could put a target on my back, but I think it needs to be done.
I can't believe we live in a world where people still think that the earth is flat and that birds are real.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, this is a complete summation
So the
of this
next time
argument.
you are outside, if you see a bird, pay special attention, because you'll notice that it's looking at you too. The thing about bird watching is that it goes both ways.
This was so good. There's a part 2. Should we watch the second part? Do you guys do you want to watch the second one? Hold on. I want to see. It's only 19 minutes. It's 10 minutes cheap less. Like, I can't believe they
released, a lot of people said, well, hey, just prove it. Why don't you just go into the wilderness, just capture a bird, pluck its feathers, show us the insides? Why don't you prove?
Hold on. I want to go get some more coffee. I'll be right back. I'll put some music on. Just give me like 5 minutes. I'm not gonna be gone long. Wiggle. She's asleep. She's asleep. She's sleeping. Okay, I'll be right back. Love you. Be right back. It is satire. VTubers. What about VTubers? Steppin'? I'm sorry. You got something to say? Huh? You can't see me because I'm not in 3D, but I'm squaring up right now. The birds, they got me. Help! See? I wasn't gone very long. Ba-ba-ba-ba-la-la. I have some more coffee. My shoes aren't untied. VTubers aren't real. I'm real. I'm right here. I'm right here. Caw-caw! VTubers, caw-caw! Tony, thank you so much for the super chat. Arigato. Okay, ready? Let's go.
Proof that birds aren't real. Well, that's why we're making this documentary. It's
They did this
because
2
we
years after the first one, by the way, which is hilarious.
have proof.
I feel bad though, because this one got only 50k views compared to the last one, but it, you know.
Evidence has surfaced where people have taken drone prototypes. People have taken birds, taken all their feathers off, and just revealed the electronics
See?
underneath.
This is all evidence.
The evidence is out there. Most humans just don't want
By
to.
the way, is the audio okay for when I'm talking and they're talking?
But we're here to say, believe something new. Change your ways. Go back from the old ways of doing things, the old belief system that you had, and change that belief system. Change the person that you were. Join us and become a bird truther.
Yeah,
What's
be
really
a bird
interesting is
truther.
that there are, you know, a lot of people out there fighting the good fight, and they're figuring out ways to get around the programming of
That's just not natural. It's not natural.
drones. And there's a
It's
video
not
of
natural.
somebody who has figured out
It's
how
not
to kind of
natural.
override the bird system.
What you do is you take
Audio's
the
good?
beak,
Okay.
you put it into the ground, draw a straight line with your finger, and then the bird will just decommission itself.
I remember when I found out about like taking a screenshot with an iPhone, right? You have to like push certain buttons the right way. He actually figured out how to do a
They're putting goo in the chicken nuggets.
factory reset on this bird drone.
Thinking that an animal would respond in this way is absolutely ridiculous, but the fact that he has kind of hacked this system and done an override for the bird, I'm just glad that there are some people out there that are figuring this out.
An average guy found a glitch that simple. They really need to up their game if they're gonna fool us into believing that these birds are real.
Who's that guy?
A lot of just
Was
incredible
that the beard guy where he shaved and grew out his hair? Or he took down the man bun?
feats that we can see
Like, I don't recognize that guy.
in the animal world. You know, a cheetah can run really,
Cheetahs are some of my favorite animals. Side note.
really fast. A flea can jump pretty far, right?
Normal animals can do normal animal things. You know, cows will moo and then they'll munch on some grass. But have you ever seen a cow do a backflip?
What kind of name an animal that does a backflip naturally? Anything?
A ferret. Oh, my cats can do backflips. If I get them riled up. My one kitty, she has this stick she's obsessed with that I just got when I was out, like, hiking one time. I know, God, if I hike, oh, it's crazy, right? But I grabbed a stick when she was a baby, and I just kept it because she's, like, obsessed with this stick. I would buy, like, a little fishing line, and I would buy all this. She only really likes the stick. And when I get her riled up with the stick, she does backflips. So, you know, it's possible.
Let me give you some options. Buffalo? I don't think
Oh,
so.
look at the big boy. Oh, he's big. He's hefty. I heard buffalo meat's actually pretty tough and not good. I learned about that from watching Alone.
Got it. How disturbed would you be if you saw a buffalo doing a backflip just out in the middle of the field, just chilling, all of a sudden, whoop? This is disgusting. This is disgusting.
There's a video out there of a bird doing a backflip, which is clearly the person behind the bird, the government worker who was controlling the bird. He was wanting to show off one day, and he decided to have his government drone start doing backflips. And we've caught on
It's
to you,
really
Mr. Government
suspicious.
Bird Drone Worker. We know what you're up to.
Boston Dynamics robot dogs do the same thing. So 4-legged robots, 2-legged robots, like that. They can do backflips.
Yeah, that is the beard guy. That's a beard guy.
Can't.
So we've talked before about how different birds have different purposes, right? The purposes of hummingbirds is attack drones. The purpose of owls is night surveillance. Then came along the woodpecker. And this bird revolutionized the drone industry. This bird was able to do things that the government wanted it to do. It was able to drill holes
Oh my
into
God.
trees.
I know, I literally
Since the
almost spat out
success
my
of the woodpecker
coffee.
program, the government has been able to take that technology to the next level.
What's interesting is that the
Boston
bird
Renton.
technology
Boston. Proctor Harvard Yard.
is not that different from the technology that we'd have. You would think that you would never see a bird that could drill, but we've actually caught evidence of that. And we don't know if they're going to be using these things for like construction or if they're moving into different spheres, but
Hey, is there Shake Shack in Boston? Sorry, side note. There's Shake Shack in Boston, right? I'm pretty sure.
There are drill owls.
Sorry, I missed.
We actually have cases throughout history where people have either had the idea themselves or been forced into this work of trying to emulate.
This video is so stupid. You can't cuss.
Da Vinci
No
did a lot of
cussing.
really wonderful original work.
You
and
go all
then
the time. I think Shake Shack. I think I first had Shake Shack there. I think if my
There was a
memory
period of
serves
his
me
life,
right.
a very little known period of his life where he actually was imprisoned and was forced to draw this. Now, the government doesn't want you to see
Now
this.
what is that?
But just take a look. That's a Da Vinci drawing there while he was
Light
imprisoned
mode
by the
YouTube.
government.
Listen, leave me in my light mode alone, okay? Yes.
What does it look like
Da
to you?
Vinci.
They've been working on it for a while.
You might have seen this picture that exists of pigeons meeting at a restaurant for an obvious clandestine conversation. I don't know if you've ever seen a movie where government operatives are meeting in public. They do it so that their noise will be muffled. They can't be
What do you
parabolically.
think those birds are talking about? What do you think they're talking about? They're commuting. Da Vinci. Look at them. What do you think they're talking? They're sharing government secrets. Clearly, we can't trust them. They cannot be trusted. What are they sharing?
At a restaurant where no one's gonna think twice about it.
This picture
An
worries me
interview?
particularly because it just shows how
The
people just aren't
Vinci.
getting it. Like, the truth is right in front of them. This is the government, like, literally their equivalent of doing a Zoom call with these birds out in the open. People can see this, and they're just not getting it.
Why would these
Yeah,
birds be
pandas.
sitting at a human?
No, I think pandas are real. Zero. I actually think pandas are real. No creature, no human could even feign the stupidity of a panda. I truly believe that pandas are on a whole, like, other level in terms of lower, in terms of like when it comes to like their intelligence and their ability. Pandas are. I don't want to say that they're useless. I believe they're not useless. We did a whole stream talking about how useful pandas are. But I also feel like in the grand scheme of animals, they would be the first to die out if there were no humans.
Human table. It's not for, it's for humans. Turns out, it was being used by humans.
Back in the early days of the BIRD program, the Bureaucratic Intelligence Reconnaissance Drone program, the government was testing out different methods of how they wanted to make these birds fly. Some of them thought of different propulsion methods. There was the helicopter method, there was the jet propulsion method, and eventually they ended up with the wing method.
Most people would look at this photo.
Orcas are real, yeah. We have video of people in suits pretending to be pandas. I saw this zoo that bought pandas, but they were actually dogs painted to look like pandas. And zoo goers are like, man, those pandas don't look like pandas at all. And they were just big fluffy dogs with like painted ears and eyes. Which is insane.
And say that
Why
they
would you
see
do
4
that?
security cameras. I see 5.
It's common for industries to come out with new items. They call them the drops. You know, the new
You
iPhone will
kissed an
drop, or the new
orca?
line of shoes will drop, or Gucci will have their new bag drop. Well, there's been a new bird drop.
In tech companies, the products they come up with, it seems like every few years they have a new design, new colors, a sleeker look, and these kinds of updates are just fun. They're fun for the consumer, fun for the creator. So the government has actually eased protocol on the bird drone program so that the tech engineers can actually have fun creating the drones,
That's
come up with
insane.
new sleek designs, new colors and whatnot. And apparently it has led to an increase in workplace satisfaction for these government workers.
When the clock struck midnight on January 1st, the year 2000, there was a very specific type of computer that did crash.
There's no other reason why an entire flock of birds would fall out of the sky all at one moment. It's because they are running on the same operating system. Think about when the Wi-Fi goes out. or the electricity goes out. There's a blackout.
That's
it's just this
true.
moment where all of the
That's weird.
technological things stop working at the same time, and that's what we're seeing in this. You know, these birds.
Clearly,
are
they took
wiped out.
2 years to go and find their do their research to present this proof and evidence to us. And I think that this should be taken a lot more seriously. Why are they not talking about this? I don't care about anything else. Yeah, those are corrosive batteries, Squid. That's not excrement. That is the corrosive battery fluids from the robot bird drones. What were they called? Bureaucratic intelligence reconnaissance drones?
Out all in one moment, they have to take time to reboot. That's not something that would happen if they were animals with flesh and blood.
One of the crazier things that we're starting to see that have come out in recent years is that the government is fusing together its bird drone technology and its infrared camera technology. It's fusing all of this technology together to create an ultra camera.
They're
What the
modular,
freak?
They can work with each other.
They would have never done in the 70s. They would have never done that in the 80s. People would have caught on, but they're doing it nowadays and nobody notices.
The
Because
government
no one cares.
is making
No one cares
these
anymore.
drones in such
Everyone just takes it
prolific
for what
numbers.
it is.
They don't even really care anymore about keeping track of inventory. There's one right here that was never even put into commission. It just fell off the truck somewhere, still in its packaging.
I've had
and they
way
just
too much
left it.
coffee. I need to put this down. I don't usually drink 2 cups in a day anymore. So seeing that, I have to go.
Form of
I have to stop. I mean,
code that changes daily. Plus, they drill holes in trees to plant surveillance equipment, and that's why I'm anti-tree as well. Any real
What?
animal that would
He's
repeatedly bash
anti-tree?
its head into a tree would have brain damage.
I went to an aviary with my family once, and I saw the sign that said that penguins are built to swim. And at first I kind of looked at that, but then I did a double take and I realized, oh my gosh, they have it written here clear as day. Penguins are not born to swim. Penguins are built to swim. What other things can you build? Robots.
this is my first time
Robots
having a
are
second cup
built
in a day.
Not to make mistakes. Humans are not robots, and we do make mistakes. We've all had tech that just goes haywire occasionally, and sometimes it's a coding issue. I know there were some issues with facial recognition recently as that's
Yeah,
been
do you think there are
brought
people
around.
who are actually
This bird here
anti-tree?
is
What
trying
does
to
that mean?
use facial recognition on this even less real bird, and as it tries to transfer technology here, you can see with the little tongue like that, it doesn't work, and the bird doesn't know what to do, because you know why? Because it doesn't have a brain, because it's a robot.
You know, imagine you have an RC car, right, and you rev it really quickly, and you put it right on the ground, it zooms right off. Try doing that with an animal. Imagine a sloth, for example. You put that on the ground, it's not going to zoom away. This is clearly an example of technology, not an animal. No animal would do this unless it had technology.
What's up?
Did you know that mail trucks have their own gas stations? You probably didn't know that the government has specific gas stations for government property. You've probably never seen a mail truck at a regular gas station. Well, a rare photo surfaced of gas-powered models
my
of birds before they
God.
all went electric, and that
What is going on? This is actually scary. If I saw this, I would be terrified. That's like, what? How do you explain this besides government drones?
photo was leaked. There are certain gas stations that the government is using to power these gas-powered drones, and that's why gas prices fluctuate, is because sometimes they bring back these old models when they're recycling out the new ones, and then sometimes they recycle out the new ones with the
That
new
makes
electric
sense.
models, and that's why
That
gas
makes more
prices will fluctuate.
sense than people thinking that it's the president themselves making the gas prices. If I was president, I feel like if I could control gas prices, I'd be like, yeah, gas is 10 cents today. And then if anyone's like, Mr. President, you can't do that, I'll be like, I don't care. I don't get government, if you can't tell. I'm not very good at it. But I think 10 cents is fair.
Up and down so much is because
Reina crashes the economy. Let's go.
some of these bird models have to use gas.
So people get all worked up and they're like, okay, sure, if birds aren't real, show me, prove it, right? They say just
That's the proof.
grab
That's
one
the
and
proof.
prove it. Well, here's the deal. That doesn't work out very well. A couple months ago, I found a bird I was actually able to get my hands on. I found a chicken
Not buckets of
that was
coffee.
near a bridal expo.
I grabbed that chicken by the neck and I ran into that bridal expo. I was starting to pull feathers off. I was trying to show people. I was like, if you're gonna get married, you're gonna have kids, they need to know the truth. And they kicked me out. I didn't even get to show them what was really going on.
So I was following a government worker one day, which is something I like to do, and he was acting strange. So I followed him out. He didn't go to work, he went to a pier, and on the kind of wooden guardrail of the pier, he looked around, he took out a marker, he wrote something down.
I'm not listening to this guy because he's not wearing a cool shirt. I'm sorry. What happened to your cool shirt?
Looked up to make sure nothing was there, and then he left. So I decided to go see what
$1.10,
he wrote,
yeah.
and this is what I saw.
If you've ever seen Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds, it paints a pretty good picture of what can happen when you become an enemy of the government.
A little while back, we were holding a convention for bird truthers in the city, and when we showed up, there were hundreds and hundreds of birds in the parking lot. I had to take out my phone and record it so that people would believe me, but we were not able to hold the convention that day. And that's when
crazy.
I realized that they know.
They know.
That we know.
Yeah,
that
they know.
That we're onto them.
They definitely
There's some
know.
really crazy high-tech new models of birds that can camouflage in ways you wouldn't believe. You can walk right by them, you wouldn't see a thing.
A lot of times,
Oh,
if
I
you go
hate
out,
that.
you can look and you can see the birds flying over your head. You can see the birds watching you from the trees. You can see the birds sitting on the power lines watching your car as you drive by. But these newer models, with this camouflage technology, you're never gonna know when you're being watched or when
Oh
you're
my
not.
god, this
In
is
nature, we see
horrifying.
camouflage in things, and you see it, you're like, oh, that's cute. It's pretending to be. This is cloaking technology. Where is it? I see eyeballs, and then all I have is this unnerving feeling that there's something else in there.
I have this friend who lives in China, and one day I called them
If he
up and I
closes
was
his eyes,
talking
he'd
to
be
them about the
screwed.
movement. I was explaining to them that birds aren't real, and so they decided to do a little bit of research for themselves because they have a pet parrot. So they start researching on their computer all of the facts that birds aren't real, and then they decided to go up and get a snack in the kitchen. Well, by the time that they got back, their parrot had done this to their computer. It just goes to show that even the pets that we love the most won't allow us to get away with things that the government doesn't want us to get away with.
Only the police train animals, right, for police work. Dogs, right? And we honor those dogs and the service they provide. Tell me what other animals police have trained to do police work. It's gotta be something that can bite, right? Something with claws, something.
That parrot was planning something.
Check this out. Ducks.
Are you kidding me? Well, let them free. What did they do? It's all part of it. It's all part of their plan. They're in on it.
Police ducks. The only reason the ducks are in this vehicle is because it's a government-owned vehicle. Think that guy was arresting the ducks? No.
I thought
He's
so at
giving them a ride
first.
to their next post.
Oh,
Two
snap.
giraffes in the back of a cop car wouldn't make much sense, right? That'd raise an eyebrow. Birds, on the other hand, it does make sense for them to be in government vehicles. They are government tech.
Most birds will use their feet to charge their internal batteries. It's called an inductive charging coil.
Yes.
There are places in
I knew it. I knew it.
the world where these power lines aren't as common.
And so for the birds, drones that have to cover large distances, they actually equip them with solar panels so they can stay up high and be charging while they fly.
One time, a couple bird truthers were up in Alaska and they figured out how to capture a couple of these golden eagles.
The
And they discovered
barbs.
something very interesting. They discovered that since these golden eagles don't charge on power lines, the government has installed solar panels on their backs to charge. It makes
Is that it? It's a tiny little solar panel? I wonder how. I mean, I guess for a thing that small, you don't really need a lot, you know? You know, they're going green. That's kind of good. Kind of good.
sense because a lot of times these golden eagles, they'll fly way up higher than humans are able to see, that we'll never see the tops of their backs. But once you're able to capture a golden eagle, that's when you know the truth.
You know, people comment and they say, show us the evidence. There's not really, you guys are
Your
crazy,
boss
there's no
has
evidence for
some?
this. And, like, what more do you want?
It's a conspiracy.
We have videos, we have pictures, we have testimonials. You know, is there nothing that we could give you that would make you believe at this point?
Yep.
Like, you gotta just adjust your expectations here.
So stupid. I'm crying.
Accept
This is so
reality. We're giving it to you.
stupid.
This is the evidence.
So you can actually tell that some of the technology that's
You're
been used in the
so
bird drones is
goofy.
similar to what the government uses in spy planes, stealth planes. Some of the higher performance models of birds do the exact same maneuvers that, for example, the U-2 bomber can do.
You've heard parrots repeat almost any phrase that they're taught. But have you ever heard a parrot singing a Billboard Top 40 song? You never will, because those songs are copyrighted.
There's a video that exists. It's some really good evidence. There's these 3 owls, and one of them has an antenna sticking out of it, and the other ones are clearly trying to warn it. But we were already recording, and we caught it on video.
Cleverness only goes so far. The government has actually gotten kind of lazy in the
Can't believe you just
wording
walked
with
out the
these birds.
antenna
Some
like
of the bird
that.
names, for example, off the top of my head, what's the most illegal bird to kill in America?
Bald eagle.
The bald eagle. Yeah. So, bald eagle, illegal. I think they actually just did a little wordplay there. They got the word eagle out of the word illegal.
The mockingbird was just invented so that the government can make fun of us.
Birds have been observed being able to detect worms in the ground by their vibrations.
Oh
I just
my
wanna say, if
God.
you try to think about anything in the natural world. Does that make sense? You go out and stick your face down on the ground. Tell me if you can feel the worms wiggling. This is obviously some type of advanced
Why though? Why would they do
ground-penetrating
that?
radar or maybe sonar of some kind that allows them to be able to detect
Oh,
these worms.
actually, it's
These worms aren't
wordplay?
knocking around making a whole lot of noise down there. This is clearly some sort of advanced ground-penetrating radar installed in these birds that enables them to do something so incredible.
So the raven, the classic poem
One
by
sec,
Edgar
Wiggle
Allan
Butt's going
Poe. In it,
crazy.
you
Keep
have a
watching.
bird who is warning the protagonist, the narrator of the poem, with human words, a language that, as far as I know, birds do not speak and never have, but robots are able to speak that language. And specifically, it repeats this phrase, nevermore, nevermore, nevermore. So we know that Edgar Allan Poe was in. He was a bird truther, and he was trying to get the truth out, but back in the day, you couldn't be obvious about it. You had
Wait,
to
how did Edgar Allan Poe come to this? I was gone for 2 seconds.
You know, you watch movies that were made in the 70s, you read books, and it's all in there. He was telling us that there were never birds. It was saying
Nevermore.
nevermore. But we just weren't getting the message.
So anytime I go camping, early in the morning, 5, 6 a.m., I hear a lot of bird
Nevermore.
song. What this actually is, it's occurring at the shift change. It's
So
the birds
stupid.
debriefing, relaying the information they observed overnight to the new watch.
Think about what sound geese make. Can you think of anything else that makes that sound that's not an animal? If you go to the official CIA Instagram, it doesn't take long to find the subtle bird hints that they've hidden all throughout it, but it's a lot more obvious if you go to their Twitter
Nevermore.
page.
See, Lou was in on it.
The CIA made a post featuring a bird saying that they are
Oh my god, is that real? Oh my god, that's
watching us
crazy.
like a hawk.
They definitely did
Coincidence?
something. They definitely
The
did something
government,
there.
through the birds, has been bullying people into silence for a very long time, and
Birds
people were
aren't
afraid
real, Cootie.
to come out with their evidence. But as the movement has gained momentum and progressed, people are willing now to occasionally come out and show the drones that they found back in the 70s. These early models that we can compare to today's birds and see how there have been continual iterations of these bird drones with advancing technology.
They're different,
We've actually
varying
been
degrees.
sent dozens of photos that show prototype birds in construction, having been caught on test flight. Some of them have actually been taken straight from a defunct factory. These things get left behind from time to time. So wherever the government isn't careful,
The
there's
FBI has their
someone
own
out
stand
there
at anime
cleaning up the
cons?
mess.
No
and
way.
Those people are sending this information to us. So we have
Really?
all kinds of proof to back the idea that these birds are built.
It's always hard for humans to accept the evidence and a change in belief. You know, like there was a time where we thought the Earth was the center of the universe and the sun revolved around us, you know? Before that, we thought the Earth was flat. You know, it's difficult to accept a change in these ideologies, but it's so important because if we don't do this, there's no telling what kinds of birds they'll make in the future.
I've been asked over and over, what proof do you have? People think this is a massive false conspiracy theory. I've got access to dozens and dozens of pictures and have firsthand handled prototype birds. These things are real, physical
Prototype
proof of this
birds.
phenomenon. What else could you want to understand?
Prototype birds. I don't know.
understand what I'm
Or
saying.
do I?
I have proof.
We would love to be able to show you in person, right? We'd love to be able to take these things to your house. The only people with those kind of numbers are the birds. They're the only ones who are coming around visiting your house individually. But we have pictures. We have video evidence. I mean, I don't understand what else you expect us to do. If we're showing you this,
I love the production value
and
on
you
this.
still say, well, but give me proof. What kind of proof are you looking for?
So for all of you who are watching this video, boys and girls of all ages, just know Santa Claus isn't the only one watching you.
I feel so freaked out. So freaked out. The thing is though, that's not even everything. Because we need to go in and talk about the conclusive evidence I saw that definitively prove that birds aren't real. And this might blow your mind a little bit, but I kind of need you to know about this, to be in the loop on this. I'm just looking for an article that we can use. I don't know. I don't really know which one to use. The first one that comes up is from the Defense Post. I don't know what this is, but we're gonna try. This says... Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready to read this? Are you ready to hear what this is? And I have video proof too. You ready? It says... China unveils military spy drones disguised as birds. Disguised as birds. They're disguising them as birds. This is freaking proof. So let's take a look at this and what this means, okay? China has uncovered a new military surveillance and reconnaissance drone that perfectly resembles a small bird. Showcased during the founding anniversary of the People's Liberation Army, the biomimetic drone was made to look like a Eurasian tree sparrow and is believed to be an ornithopter. It replicates the wing flapping motion of a bird in flight, making it virtually indistinguishable from real birds at a distance. Though its technical specifications are not publicly available, ornithopters in general can reportedly carry small, advanced sensors for effective surveillance of enemy forces. They can also be armed with micro warheads to strike enemy assets, especially those in cover. However, aerial platforms of this type often have limited range and endurance, making them suitable only for short-range reconnaissance. That thing doesn't look real. Watch it in flight. I have to find a video of it, because this video of it moving is like crazy. Let me see if I can find it. Of course it was on Birds Aren't Real. Of course it was. Okay, I have it. I have it. I'm gonna enhance it. Okay, you ready for this? That looks like a real bird if I'm just watching it in the sky. That just looks real. That's a bird. Look at that. If I saw it from afar, I would think that was real. So, I don't know, you guys. All of that to say, birds aren't real because we literally got confirmation 4 months ago that they're not real. And no one is talking about it. No one's talking about it. You used to have one of those. It's a drone. It's an actual drone. They make them look like animals. Yeah, and like, how are we going to, I don't know, navigate airspace now? Is literally a toy you can buy that? Well, I'm just saying. A bunch of these news channels have reported about it. I'm just saying. Are they just birds with AI and voice recognition? Yeah. The zoomed shot of it doesn't look convincing. China developed the drone bird. Special Forces Sea Dragon have shown their drones, which are indistinguishable from pigeons, crows, and hawks. That's crazy, though. I'm just saying. The evidence is out there, okay? Reina is a bird brain. Joe, I don't come to you and call you names. I don't do that to you, you know? And I don't have a bird brain because I'm not a robot. So, take that. Take that. I'm not a robot. You don't believe any of it? That's okay. You can live in denial if you want. But, like I said, we've seen it before with the Acoustic Kitty program. It's possible. Operation Acoustic Kitty is insane. We know what they will go to. We know the depths to which they'll go. But we don't know how much they've succeeded in those depths. Until now. Well, I think I'm gonna get ready to go soon. You look like a robot to me? No, I'm an anime girl. I'm an anime. It's different. It's different. I'm not leaving yet. But I was hoping to do the game tomorrow. I'm not sure what we're doing yet. If we hit the goal by tomorrow, I'll do the 3D and I'll do the ostrich game. I do the ostrich dance and the robot dance that you wanted me to do. I think if I wear my boot, I might be able to move around. Feels like it's finally starting to actually feel. But thank you guys so much for helping us hit the goal so far. I hope that you guys can maybe next time not have wars on certain numbers. That would be really great. That'd be really great. Lady, thank you for being a member for 15 months. Birds, as we know them, are technically dinosaurs, as it was the smaller dinos who survived the extinction due to not needing as many resources as giants. Yeah, well, didn't we say earlier that the line that birds came from technically weren't dinosaurs? You haven't seen your bust a move in a while? Yeah, it seems like it's finally healing. Don't dance on your leg, okay. Feels like it's healing, that's the worst time to push it, so push it more? Push it more? Oh, I should dance? I can't read all of a sudden. Yeah, but I am glad that it's finally healing. No? Are you sure? Are you sure you're sure? I still can't believe that this operation on Acoustic Kitty was real. This poor cat. Okay, in 2006, this is on the history website. The problem was that cats are not especially trainable. Our final examination of trained cats convinces that the program would not lend itself in a practical sense due to our highly specialized needs. Still, this does not mean that the government's days of animal engineering were over. In 2006, the Pentagon's Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, or DARPA, asked scientists to create cyborg insects. With DARPA's support, researchers at the University of California, Berkeley successfully created a cyborg beetle whose movements they could remotely control. That was in 2009 they reported these findings. This is still going on. How do we know it hasn't been applied to birds? Berkeley scientists appear to have demonstrated an impressive degree of control over their insect's flight. They were able to use an implant for neural stimulation of the beetle's brain to start, stop, and control the insect in flight. They could even command turns by stimulating the basilar muscles. The idea of secret spy bugs may sound terrifying, especially for anyone who saw the Robot Bees episode of Black Mirror. But rest assured that it's probably still safe to have private conversations around cats. Oh, well, that's good. Not like bugs don't infiltrate every part of your house seasonally or anything. They're notoriously smug and different attitudes will likely keep protecting them from CIA conscription Cats for the win. What about Solid Snake? What's Solid Snake? I'm so sure you can call me Polly. I'm gonna call you Polly. So Smidge, you want me to call you Polly now? Is that like official? Dumb reference? That's not dumb. I just don't know it. That doesn't mean it's a dumb reference. Uber. You got donation. Hey, thank you for the donation. Huh? 1 second. I need to read it. I need to read your message. Where did it go? I need to read it. I keep changing the color to be white, by the way, so I could see it, and it doesn't work for some reason. I don't know. Ernie, thank you so much for your tip. Arigato. This video convinced me, so I had to do it. Bernice was spying on us. That pigeon was a spy drone, not a friend. If Bert watches this, he'll understand and forgive me. No! No! Not Bernice! Not Bernice! Don't do it! Changed it to light mode? Ew! Oh my god, stop. You didn't play Metal Gear Solid? No, I haven't. I haven't played anything. Oh, now I feel attacked. I'm kidding. I'm fine. But yeah, no, I have not partaken. No. But you guys told me I should play it. There's just not enough hours in the day. Like, if I was full time, I could. The chances of me being able to be full time now are a lot higher. I'm more of a D&D gamer. Yeah, I'm more of an RPG gamer. The RPG, D&D, Infinity Nikki. You know? So it's a little. It's a little more of a different niche, but I'm willing to play it if you guys want me to play it. I haven't played Peak. Is Metal Gear Solid Peak? I think it's so funny. The cats are just so indifferent that they make horrible robots. Bum, 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 bum. Nancy, thank you for the arigato. Thank you. Arigato. Thank you. Oh my god, we're 50 away. We're 50 away. We're 50 away. What are we gonna get my mom for Christmas? Do you guys have any preferences or what we're gonna get her? What do you wish we get her for Christmas? Come on, I need ideas. I need ideas. I need ideas. What are we gonna get her? What are we gonna get her? Come on, fellas, think. Perfume? She's got perfume already. Sock puppets? Jenny, I don't know. I don't think that's a good idea. What if you got your mom sock puppets and you let me know what she says? We can test it first. The DVD box set for Criminal Minds. Actually, she might like that. She loves Criminal Minds. Anti-wrinkle cream, she already had. Actually, my mom's skin is very beautiful. She has, like, perfect skin. She takes really good care of her skin. What does she like? She likes salmon, like me. Long walks on the beach. She really, really loves shopping. She loves shopping. There's this one brand that she's obsessed with. Oh, maybe I could get her something from that brand. Is she single? No, no one's single. If I made it myself, she'd love them. Cute. The bird plushie from the first documentary. Gift certificate then? I could pick her out something, I guess. That might work. Take her to eat at a fancy restaurant. With the bird flu going around, it might be a little risky for her. But maybe that way she gets to do the shopping herself if she enjoys that. That's a good idea. An Apple Watch, she already has one. She has an Apple Watch already. It's really old though. It's like one of the first versions. What kind of flu? Bird flu. It's going around. It's a psyop. Is a bird flu too coincidence? I think it's a conspiracy. Pair watch? Yeah, I can do that. Hey mom, will you play Love Nikki with me? Infinity Nikki with me? crystal rose or glass one? Oh, that's pretty. A gold rose. Cool. How do people not know about bird flu? I did tell her, like, we have to be a little more careful this season because of everything. Because she's not on... I think I told you, she's on pause for her treatments now. Like, recently. So, it feels like she can do stuff. But we still have to take precautions. So, I don't know if I want to, like... I don't know if I want to risk taking her out unless I know, like, they're gonna be vigilant about cleanliness and stuff. Or putting us away from people or something. Nikki? No, Nikki. 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 Pop, pop, pop. A hat. I don't think she likes hats very much. I really have to think. I feel like getting her something from that brand's like playing it safe though. I have to see. I have to think. Matching bubbles around to keep the icky all away from me. Scarf or shawl? I got her a scarf last year. Mothers are impossible to buy for. Because, like, either she has everything that, you know, because she's mom, or she might not like anything else. This is why I'm broke. Is that a website? And then I'll let you know. Oh, a bracelet's a good idea. A Roomba. That might be like not very good. She and my dad are very, what's the word? Ornery about how much they clean. And she's like said before that she doesn't really trust Roombas because she doesn't think they actually do a good job. Oversized glasses? Okay. Yeah, I'll get her some just like these. We're so close to the goal! We're so close! We're so close. We're so close. A new vacuum. Ooh, that's actually not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. Well, I'll think and I'll get back to you tomorrow. I think Nami and I are supposed to be collabing with WeWalt tomorrow. I don't know if anyone's mentioned it though. We're gonna play puzzles, do a holiday puzzle and chat and hang out tomorrow. That would be after our stream tomorrow. But I don't know if it's happening or not. Anyway, keep an eye out because something might be going on tomorrow. We might be doing the 3D stream tomorrow. And I think Saturday I'm gonna be away. Like, I'm not gonna be streaming. I gotta visit family. So I'm gonna be busy. But Sunday I might be here Sunday. I don't know yet. Depends on my schedule. Tomorrow morning I'm gonna be finishing up some demon duties. And then after that I'll be planning whatever our stream is for tomorrow. Ooh, a Zen garden sounds good. Giving me a lot to think about. Okay, let's get the top. Okay, give me a top three items that you want. Top three items. Oh, go. We said. I saw. You said a gift certificate to her favorite store. Said a vacuum, Zen garden, and socks. Oh yeah, the Zen garden might not be a good. Oh, see what I mean? This is impossible. Yeah, top three. Okay. I can't type. Unacceptable. Please don't. Please don't. Please be normal. Please. Hi, Gordon Ramsay. Oh, yeah, you said treat her to a nice meal. Ding dong, you got the night and thank you for the donation. Thank you. I didn't know. Beef jerky. Thank you. Thank you so much. Arigato. Thank you. Let's go. Hold on. I gotta get my song ready. If I play it any longer, they block the stream. If I play it for longer than 2 seconds, they block the stream. Thank you. Okay. Get to your favorite store. We said treat her to a nice meal. Socks? A box of chocolates? Oh, she might like that. Got the perfect song? What is it? She already has like 2 vacuums though, is the only thing. I don't know if she would want a new one. It's a pretty good quality one too. Which song is it? Celebrate good times, come on. It's a celebration. Also, now if I play the We're Guys, that song, that one also causes problems. Okay, let's see what the vote is. And did you a camera frame? Oh, that's really good too. That's a really good idea. Okay. Well, if other wins, then we'll do that. Treat her to a nice meal, gift certificate to a favorite store. Okay. Digital camera frame is a pretty good idea. I'm gonna add that to my noggin. Digital camera frame. Picture frame. Mom gifts. Digital picture frame. And treat to dinner. Whether that's me cooking for her or eating out, I'll let her pick. And then what else did we vote on? Favorite store gift certificate. Yeah, that's awesome. That's great. Thank you guys. Thank you. I'm gonna get going. Well, I love you guys very much, and I'll see you tomorrow for our 3D stream. I'll try to have the waiting room done tonight so we can get it all scheduled. Okay? Thank you guys for everything. That's not all the money because the money means no animation. No animation. Thank you guys so much. I hope that you eat well, rest well, stay hydrated, and be the best you can be each and every day. Y'all get hugs. Hugs, 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 hugs. Demon, demon, demon. I'll see you later. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye. Bye bye. See you tomorrow. Bye bye. Oh, I didn't transition. Why didn't it transition? Okay, now I'm gonna type bye. 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 Thank you, Patreon supporters. Bye. See you.